Hello, welcome to Ho Chi Minh City at the Sheraton Saigon Grand Opera House Hotel. Maybe not house, but thank you all for dialing in. This will be the first of three live blogs that we will do at the same time each morning, today, tomorrow, and then Friday morning as we consume this event here for the first time in Ho Chi Minh City. In fact, when we were traveling, let's introduce ourselves.
No,
Stephen.
And my name's Chris. Nice to see you all if you haven't met me before.
The Wiise is here en masse pretty much for this event, but we'll come to that in a second. When we were on the bus on the way from the airport to the hotel, we had a little kind of mini factoids about Ho Chi Minh City. First thing that kind of got me is this is the first time I've ever been in a communist country. It doesn't feel very communist, let me just say. Inside this hotel, this place is buzzing. There's a fish market. It's about 400 meters that way that is absolutely amazing. And so you really do feel in this place that you're in the middle of this incredibly energetic and buzzy neon lit place with rooftop bars everywhere. So it's been a lot of fun, even though we've only been here for one evening. The question is, though, Chris, why are we here?
Yes. We're here to give you the insights and information from Directions Asia directly. We're coming to you currently just before the keynote on the very first day. We've got Mike Morton opening up live for us.
In fact, Mike Morton's room is just right here. So we had a couple of Microsoft people coming by and going, "What are you guys up to?" But we're good.
And really what we're trying to do is give you a ground feeling of everything that's going on, a little bit of what Directions is, but as well as that, also the insights that we get from these sessions. And there's a lot that comes to the plate, and naturally for us, there's a partner focus as well.
Yeah, I mean, Directions is interesting. It's obviously focused on the dynamics and business central ecosystem, but it isn't one of the large kind of commercial functions that Microsoft runs. This is purely partner driven, very much in the ecosystem. And so therefore, from a Wiise perspective, it's very important because we get to learn a little bit about what's coming. We get to connect with our partners in a different way, learn about their strategy. Equally, we also get to meet ISVs and others who are kind of driving the ecosystem, and we learn an immense amount, don't we, Chris?
That's right. It runs in only a few select regions, as you all may know. It goes through Europe, North America, and Asia naturally is the one that's most important for all of us here, both online and in person today. It's a very important part of our world and our day-to-day, as we all know.
And you just get a real sense of where things are moving and what what Microsoft's next moves are. So in previous Directions, we've learned about agents that we didn't know were coming. We've also built relationships with several ISVs who've now become a really important part of our ecosystem, like Continia and Binary Stream. And there are, one of the things I noted from just walking around the expo last night and today, there is a big Oz and New Zealand presence here. I think bigger than maybe in previous years. So we'll dig into that and see what that means. And we've also met some very good friends. So we've got Focus Dynamics Group who are here. We've got iCatalyst. We've got Core Biz. There's Clever. There's quite a few of our partner ecosystem here as well. So it'll be a really good opportunity to spend time with them. Yeah. So it really matters to us to connect with Microsoft and to learn and consume as much as we can, but also to build relationships that are going to help you all and our customers as we continue to invest in Wiise.
Yeah, it's a really important point because we just don't just show up. We're very intentional about the way that we, for one, have our conversations, schedule our meetings, but as well as that, attend certain sessions that you've requested, as well as just build the right relationships. As Stephen said, certain ISVs that you all now know as embedded solutions.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, as he said, were actually met here.
Yeah, and we spent a bit of time last night with our friends from Employment Hero.
Yes,
they're a really big part of what we do. So whilst it's somewhat of a cottage industry, we kind of describe it. This is the place where the real decisions sometimes get made, where also relationships can develop and grow. And so we've seen that. This is my fourth Directions. I think it's
my properly first in a long time, very long time.
And it's changed a lot. So it's good to to make this investment. So one of the things that, of course, Directions thrives on and drives is a really strong technical focus. So one of the things, I had breakfast with Chris this morning, and he was like, "That's an MVP. That's an MVP." You know what? I watched that guy on video, and he's an MVP, and he's very smart, and he's walking around in a Pokemon shirt. So there's there's a lot of the people who really matter, for those in the teams who are into pre-sales, into driving demos that make a big difference, understanding where we need to make product investments. Our Chief Product Officer, Sullivan McIntyre, is here. He's attending about 5 sessions a day. I also want to say thank you to those of you who've reached out to tell us about the sessions that you would like us to attend. So Chris has got a quick summary of those that are on the radar today, of which we will give you some feedback and some opinions at the same time tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and it's key that we're trying gathering not just the materials, because I know, as some of you did say, not all the materials are sent through to the Directions portal. But even then, it's giving yourselves what our opinions and our perspective on what the actual sessions are about. As we all know, in Directions North America, they rolled out the actual expense agent, presented it live during the keynote. We very much think that's going to be the same thing happening today. But as many of you asked, our goal within the session, and there's 2 sessions, both today and one on Thursday, where it's more of a roundtable feedback that we're participating in. We're trying to understand how it's going to work for Australia, New Zealand. Everyone's going to be asking about Asia, but as per your requests, we're jumping into those meetings to basically get that information for yourselves.
With an agenda to help you out. So what sessions are you attending today, Chris?
So yes, the very first one at 11:15 is Meet the Next Agent within Business Central, which we all know to be the expense agent. You all voted for that above Go for GitHub and performance troubleshooting in the field. There was also a session yesterday where Dimitri, for 4 hours, ran an AI workshop for Copilot Studio. But naturally, we didn't need to run through that with yourselves because a lot of you have seen that exact same functionality and discussions during the AI Academy. So that'll be the first session. The third session that we've got lined up is one that no one requested for us to attend because you're all pretty much across them. So as we know, Directions gives us new information. The ISVs are no longer labeled ISVs. They're now labeled SVCs. And within our second session, we've got Insight Works. We've got LS Retail, Yavion, and Tasklet all running at the same time. So naturally, as a favor to our Tasklet friends, we're attending their session, but also getting specifically the AI components that they're talking about and have been talking about with yourselves for a long time. After that, we've then got the most requested session. So this will be running at 1:45 today, and that is the future of localizations and delocalization. As many of you noted, Switzerland, Sweden specifically, as well as that the UK, there have been a number of localizations within Europe that have now been pulled into the world actual version of Business Central itself. What does that mean for Australia? We believe it's going to mean there's a lot higher importance on having Wiise compared to Business Central because of the localizations that are just going to be dispersed out there as part of the standard BC platform itself.
Yeah, this is a key one for us. So I believe Sullivan's attending that as well. Well, you really have a good think about what the implications are for you all, but we feel pretty good about where Wiise is with respect to this initiative from Microsoft. But, again, we'll give you some information tomorrow.
That's right. And there were requests for some of the other sessions, but no worries. For the tips on using Business Central from the end user experience, we've got all of that content already. So even though I'm not going to be attending that session live, we've already got the handouts, and it's 46 tips on the user experience. Yeah. It is a 102 PDF page document. I will say this, it's hard to get through, but they are quality. Yeah. All the tips within there are great. So yes, even though I won't be attending that live, we've got that information for you.
So we'll parse that and try and do some kind of prioritization, although it'll be interesting. There is a lot of embedded intelligence stuff, a lot of automated workflow stuff. A lot of the ISVs have sessions that seem kind of niche. I'm not sure that we're going to see anything that's going to make us kind of jump up, but you just never know. We'll maybe have a top 3 or something tomorrow.
That's exactly it. And to wrap up the day, we've got 2 more sessions, and these 2 are very important from our perspective. So there's naturally the session with Costa and Microsoft. We'll be attending that.
The
But
SaaS apocalypse. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, our CEO Charlie Wood wrote a SaaS apocalypse blog a while ago, and I passed Costa yesterday evening. And I said, "Costa, have you seen Charlie's blog?" And he went, "Oh yeah." I'm like, I think there might be some content in there that might be familiar for those of you who've seen that blog.
that being said, the third most requested session that we've got is how AI can work within the workflows. So we've heard a lot of people talk about this within Dynamics 365 FinOps, but not necessarily show a whole lot. And this is going to be key. So both Sal and I will be in this session. It'll be specifically how within Power Automate, as well as the embedded workflows within Business Central, how AI can further assist and streamline. So we'll be capturing the resources, giving our insights on these sessions. There is a lot more that is available, but we felt that for one, the development workshops, as well as the roundtables that were happening today, to be blunt, you guys have already heard specifically from a lot of those people during this webinar series. Yavion, Rux is here as well.
Yeah.
They've got some of their sessions and roundtables today, but we already know them pretty well.
Yeah. So we'll try and find the nuggets, the things that are new, the stuff that's on the ground that you maybe wouldn't get if you were watching remotely. We'll figure out what's real, what's useful,
Yes.
what it actually means to take this back into Wiise. And maybe we might even have some good food recommendations as well, because I'm going to find a way to get to that fish market for sure. It's a very important part of my stay. All right, so we're going to wrap up. I can hear the hubbub upstairs. We're just below. The keynote rooms are just above our heads. Certainly, Mike Morton, who, for those of you who might know, Mike Morton is the Microsoft Vice President of Business Central, has a whole history in that organization. So he's always a key part of morning one. It'll be interesting to see what he's got to say.
We should also be seeing, we should be seeing Jasper presenting the expense agent and talking to us specifically about its applications within Asia. We should be seeing Keeney, as we all know, Keeney loves presenting the Power BI reports, and he'll be going through a little bit of what's new within finance. But all in all, we'll capture as much as we can for yourselves and bring it back. But to be fair, we'll have another call with you guys tomorrow to see how it all went.
And the marketing team are here, and they're planning a series of little micro interviews and various things through the series, through the rest of today as well. So keep an eye on our socials.
Yes.
All right, this is it. Let's get ready. We'll head upstairs, grab a seat, and we'll talk to you all in the morning.
Thank you very much all for joining. We know it's the middle of the day for yourself.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Hope you all have a good one.
All right, bye.